A big bounce back for the Bearcats. Mike Petraglia inside Nippert Stadium. We're here on Saturday afternoon. UC rolls to a 63-10 win over the Kennesaw State Owls. It was not that easy early on, though, as, believe it or not, Kennesaw State's defense gave Ben Bryant and the UC offense fits. Very first drive, an unblocked rusher off the edge sacks Ben Bryant at the 4-yard line. UC had to really work their way up to their own 20 just to get Mason Fletcher some room to get off a punt. It was 64 yards. It flipped the field, got UC's defense on against that triple option. That's always tough, as Luke Fickell said after the game, to try and contain. UC's defense did a great job all day, but early on, some mistakes, self-inflicted wounds by the UC defense really did play a role in this game. UC's Malik Vann committing an offsides penalty on 3rd and long that made the field shorter. Kennesaw State completes a 26-yard pass play, and then UC forces the punt, roughing the punter, extending Kennesaw State's drive a little bit longer. But Deshaun Pace for UC comes up with one of the big plays early in this game, blocking a field goal attempt. The ball rolls and rolls and rolls, and UC finally falls on it at the Kennesaw State 42-yard line. Ben Bryant, on his second drive of the day, really got things into gear. He completed the drive from 42 yards out in 5 plays. Over the middle, Josh Wiley, an 18-yard touchdown reception, a very athletic grab by Josh Wiley. That was the first of 3 first-half touchdown passes by Ben Bryant. He said after the game, it was great to be playing at Nippert again and great to be in front of this electric crowd. Over 37,000 turned out for this first home game of 2022. For the Bearcats. In terms of the defense played a huge role. Not 1, but 2 defensive touchdowns. Jabari Taylor, defensive end in this game, picked up a fumble out of midair and returned it 23 yards for a score. And Javon Hicks, finally, a Colerain High School Cardinal, scores a touchdown. That was one of the jokes after the game amongst the coaches and Luke Fickell, the head coach, that we got to get our Colerain Cardinals in the end zone. Of course, special teams coach is Kerry Combs, a former Colerain High School football coach. But it was Javon Hicks returning it 45 yards, nothing but green turf in front of him as he read the 3 receivers out to the slot perfectly, jumped the route, and returned the pass for his first career pick 6, first since he said after the game, since his senior year of high school. So the theme of this game was overcoming some early adversity and then turning it over to the defense in the third quarter, where both defensive scores happened, and then really rolling along with the momentum. It was Miles Montgomery, who had an early on fumble in this contest, second quarter fumble that set Kennesaw State up at its 20-yard line, and they eventually were held to just a field goal. Those were the only points of the first half for the Owls. But it was Miles Montgomery putting the capper on this one appropriately with a 76-yard touchdown run with about 3 minutes to go to make it 63-10 for UC. Ben Bryant had a terrific game, as we mentioned earlier, matching his career high with 3 touchdown passes. Very, very efficient. 1 week after things kind of fell off the cart a little bit in that first quarter, that interception that was costly against Arkansas, today he was razor sharp. 17 of 20, 201 yards, and the 3 touchdowns. What impressed me the most was how Ben Bryant was able to throw over the cornerbacks and in front of the safeties to his tight ends, to his wide receivers on the sideline, requiring pinpoint precision. That's what Ben Bryant was today. Evan Prater even came in and directed a couple of touchdown scores. So all around, a feel-good win for the Bearcats. They get this one in the win column. Next week, it's the Victory Bell game. They'll be actually the road team at Paycor Stadium as they take on the Miami Redhawks. Final again here inside Nippert Stadium, the Bearcats 63 and Kennesaw State 10. Inside Nippert, Mike Petraglia, CLNS Media.